Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Lou. You already know what it is. I'm back at it again. I know I haven't posted in a while. I know I haven't updated you guys on anything that I've been doing so far. Some of the videos that I have up are gonna go down just because of, political reasons.
Your hands on top of your head too.
But hey, nonetheless, we're gonna hit the streets bigger and harder. I got a lot of things planned out for this 2025 year. I know I started off a little rough. I ended 2024 a little rough, but hey, you win some and you lose some. You know what I'm saying? In previous videos, I've reviewed and installed some of the well, not really shown installments, but I've showed some reviews on some of the parts that I've been installing into the VHR. I've also been mentioning that the DE is also a great platform to start off in. If you're gonna want to become like a mechanic or a do-it-yourself type of guy, I see a lot in them. I see a very, very bright future. Again, in the near future, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see something. We'll see something great come out of them, in my opinion. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and post in a couple clips of me heading to California to pick something up right now. The whip is right there. It is. It's right there. That's right. Yes, I did. I went twin turbo inline 6. That's correct. Now, the reason why I did this move from a V6 to an inline 6 wasn't because power differences or overall drivability, all that stuff. Not really. It was more just of a thing that I've had in the back of my head. As a youngin, I always wanted a M3. Not this specific year. I wanted like a 2005 or 2004. When they first released that dual clutch transmission system with the DCT, I believe it was the M3 sport mode. They had the little knob. It was like, I think it's like the first ever 3 Series or BMW that actually had that type of transmission in the vehicle. I think it was the M25B or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, this car that I had buying, it's not full bolt-on, but it does have some bolt-ons already on the car itself. With that being said, the car is basically already pre-built. Just the thing is, a lot of maintenance is gonna have to go into the car, from coil packs, spark plugs, oil changes. I'm even thinking of doing the upgrading turbos, just because I have been noticing a lot of smoke coming out of the vehicle. At first, when I first bought the car was not engaging. The turbos weren't engaging. I don't know if it was because they were seized or if they were just old, or or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Or if they're just bad overall. But after diagnosing the car, scanning it with my scan tool, I seen misfires. I seen oxygen sensor systems. I guess it said something about catless or some shit like that. And I also seen fuel pump DME issues. The thing about these M54s or these BMWs, because of how high-end and how I would say computerized they are, it's a lot difficult to not only diagnose but to work on these cars itself. Like I said, if you've been paying attention and you took some of my advice, you went full 85, you dropped let's say June 288 cams on your VHR, and you did a whole drive shaft to the rear differential and swapped that out for a Nismo, and you're peeling out making, I don't know, like 4 something to the wheel on a G37 or a 370Z. You'll realize that when in doing that stuff, it was fairly easy. The engine bay had a lot of room. Yeah, you had the usual headers to get to, the header issue to get to with the bolts, but at the same time it was very versatile. You had enough space. I mean, me, I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'8", 5'9". My hands are kind of, you know, they're like stubby, but they're like not long, but you know, they're like thick enough to like kind of, you know, sometimes get stuck in there. But overall, I mean, in my opinion, it's a lot easier. Back to these M54s, these BMWs, it's really computer based. Even swapping out the injectors, you would have to recode them. I believe doing a stage 3 or stage 2 plus fuel pump system on these, you would have to add a boost engagement relay system, I guess, because the more fuel you pump, again, we'll back to the fuel pump. The fuel pump doesn't give you more horsepower, it just gives you a bigger margin to hit a specific you know, power, I guess you could say, or more horsepower basically. The fuel pump, the stage 2 plus or stage 3 plus fuel pumps need a relay or like some sort of a boost button, just because once you hit a different map and you're actually going to like map 3 to hit not only 18 psi, you're going to 24, your tune will only read up to 18, and you bumping up, and you would have to have like a relay or some sort of engagement system to the pump to actually help compensate that extra 22 or that extra 4 pounds of a boost to, you know, I guess again compensate for, you know, the lack of fuel that you would be having if you didn't have that relay. But overall, this car again is going to be a mission. A lot of issues. Hoping it's just the turbo seals, hoping it, you know, if I upgrade turbos, you know, install the turbo seals correctly, get new gaskets, and possibly even find you know, like, you know, maybe it's just an oil line feed to the turbos. Hopefully not as, you know, major of an issue, but again, hopefully it's something easy that I can fix. So I'll go ahead and post some of the clips that I had. Again, the VHR was, you know, it was great. It was a great experience in my opinion. It was phenomenal. I had a lot of fun. Very loud, very fast, and it's it was a very comfortable car in my opinion. I'll go ahead and, you know, start showing you guys some of the runs that I had. I didn't have a lot of them. I mean, I'd done a ton of runs, but I didn't record as many. I did go up against a 335 on a downpipe and exhaust, which was pretty sick because now I'm in one. Yeah, I'll flash you guys back. But anyways, back to the M54. I know I'm everywhere on this vlog. I'm just trying to update you guys as best as I can, to be honest. But back to my 335. It is a 335. It isn't an M3, which kind of sucks. It is, however, a 6-speed manual, which is fucking sick, man. Save the manuals, bro. Shout out everyone with the manual. I don't know how people can do it with the automatics, but hey, that's just me. That's just my preference, I guess. I do know that the newer 330s, 335s, 340s, or actually the 340s, the 540s, the 6 something, the M6s, the M5s, the comps, they all come with that automatic system with the DCT, man. Those shits are ripping the streets, bro. Again, I'm catching up to the scene. Again, I think this newer platform is gonna not only help out the channel, but it's gonna help me grow as an individual as I'm learning more and more about the M54s, the BMW series. You know, all these European cars are coming at me a little, you know, left and right. So, hey, I'm learning as I go. Again, it's been an adventure, honestly. For the last year, we did what about like I'm gonna say like 4,000 in mods. That's not including the car itself that I got it. I mean, it's probably more now, but you know, but overall, I mean, the G37 was great again. But again, the 335 was pre-built. It has its downpipe. It has a full exhaust system from VSRF. VSRF downpipes. It doesn't have inlets. I think they call them the turbo inlets, the aluminum ones. But it did come with cones, intake cones. It doesn't have the outlets for the intake system or the intake for the turbos. I don't know if it has the intercooler, a 5.5 intercooler, but he said that he took it out, so I don't know. The intercooler is stock, I think he told me. I think it's still stock. It does have a charge pipe, tile blowout valve, but I think it's a knockoff tile blowout valve, to be honest, those eBay ones, because it says tile and then at the bottom it says racing. I don't know, maybe it's a racing version of it. I don't know. Again, I don't know too much about the M54s. It does have a charge pipe, it does have the exhaust. It is not currently tuned. I did buy a OTS Image D Stage 0 tune, the flash license, just to kind of get it updated. I know, like I said, how computerized and how modernized these BMWs come. They need a software update. That's just I guess that's just how it works sometimes. Overall, cars, you know, again, basically pre-built. It has carbon fiber carbon fiber rear diffuser for the exhaust. It has a carbon fiber duct bill, not the trunk, but that little like wing, I guess. It does have the caps, the what do they call them? The side mirror caps, but they are those plastic ones that are just carbon, and it does have a carbon fiber hood, so that's pretty sick. It also came with a sound system. I think I'm gonna remove it. I might just remove that big ass box, because the dude that had it before me had like 212s in the back, and that shit sounds nice. But again, the sound system sounds great. I really fuck with that, to be honest. I also see that it did come with the double din dash. It's a touchscreen. However, it is out of date, so I mean, I might just update that myself too. No boost gauges, no oil pressure gauges, nothing serious like that. I don't think a lot of people run those. I was thinking of doing a pillar pod, like the pods for the pillar on the side pillar, but I'm not sure. I think staying stealthy is pretty sick. Or I might hop on what is it called, CAD, and just, you know, 3D print something and then see if I can mount it somewhere. I know there's like I think I could just do boost and what AFR. That's what you really need, or oil pressure, boost and oil pressure.
That boy is Benny.
But anyways, yeah, I guess carbon just. Oh, and it does come with a splitter. It did come with a splitter from APR. But I think it's a knockoff one. Yeah, it's at APR Racing, so I'm not sure. Maybe, like I said, it's an outdated one, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's like the first couple of come up ones that APR was selling at the time. It is a 2007. It does have 100 plus miles, 100K plus miles on it. Transmission is 100K plus. It does have a stage 2 plus. Is it by? I forgot what brand it was. I think it's by like Spec or some shit like that. Stage 2 clutch, which is pretty sick. You feel it, pop it in, boom, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Overall, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty great car so far. But plans for the car. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing is I'm actually thinking of removing the VRSF muffler that it comes with. Take that off and do the race exhaust, which is just a straight pipe, but the exhaust tips are mounted on a clamped on V-band clamp. I think it is. exhaust clamps. I'm also thinking of removing the mid pipe to it because the mesh part of it is already coming out, or I might just cut it off and just weld it. You know how like the mesh piping, because of how low it, oh, actually it comes with coilovers too, and it has wheels too, so but how low it is, it's been scraping, and I think the mesh pipe, the mesh pipe, it has been rubbing, so you know it's been, you know, looking a little rough down there. So I'm thinking either, you know, just welding it with some extra pipe, or, you know, buying a whole new system. So that's gonna be my first move. My second move for sure is gonna be to check those turbo seals, check the turbos. Overall, basically just upgrade to a bigger turbo. I recently just ordered an oil catch can for it because I know this the smoking issue that I've had. I've seen a couple YouTube videos, and you know, I've read online that you can eliminate the extra smoke that comes from your car if you use an oil catch can. Sometimes, again, the valves. I don't know if you. I don't know if I did a video on it for the VQ. But there's valves on the VQ on both sides on the valve cover, and there's also on this one there's only just one, but it's on the rear because it's an inline six. Basically, there's like a little valve, and with the air flowing through, there's like a little like bead or like a bearing in there that like flows with it, and it stays open when air is sucking it in. So therefore, that extra oil that gets trapped in there just flows out and goes back into the system. But sometimes, because of how like, I'm not gonna say cheap, but how inexpensive the company like Infiniti or BMW has been thinking, they use it to recirculate that extra oil to go back into the crankcase. Sometimes that isn't the case. Sometimes it just stays stuck in here, and then it goes only, I guess, smoke would come out, and then therefore would go into the crankcase and causing an extra you know, extra pocket of, like, I guess like fume or like smoke basically, and then that would cause, you know, it to be sent out through the exhaust system. But again, I may be wrong, it may not be that, but that's gonna be my first move to resolve that issue. With that being said, from there, when that arrives, which is gonna be next week Friday, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the turbos and upgrade them to, I believe they're called 17T turbos. I'm planning 19, but I think I'm gonna stay a little reserve and stick with the 17Ts, and I can bump it up to like 24 psi. Then probably even stay low boost. I'll probably be running like 21, 22, and hopefully make some decent power. I also want to mention that after, and if this fixes my smoking issue from the M54 or the 335, then I think I am good then. Oh, for sure upgrade the intercooler, go to a 7.5 from VRSF. I've seen some other ones on eBay, they're pretty cheap too, and they might work, but you know, I'm gonna just stick with the local brands, I mean the reputable brands, and hope for the best. But that'll conclude this vlog. I mean, it was pretty basic, pretty easy. Overall, hopefully you guys enjoy, hopefully you guys stay tuned for this one. I might do a track day with the VQ, the VHR, and see what kind of track times we could push out of it. I know it's like pretty cheap out here in Arizona. I think it's like 40-50 bucks to get at least, you know, like, I think like 2-3 passes and get your time stamped. And yeah, we'll see what it does. Possibly throwing it on a tire first, for sure. We don't wanna you know, cause issues later on. But anyways, stick around, guys. Stay posted. As janky as it gets, you already know what it is. We out here. Peace out. Deuce. Stay safe, drive safe, stay away from, you know, all the evils in the world. But yeah.